right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken short. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set. You ain't take to the car. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
Watson on first down. Jones has it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's our time. It's our time. Both sevens the mic. Both sevens the mic. Fourth down.
Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 31 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It's complete to Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Check 24. Check 24. Motion.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevius Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Check. Check out. 6-6. Pull it out. Here. Hey, Mike 51.
On third down, it's Scott. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Rush in. Hey, check 24.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. This is Miller. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 59, Mike. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Reset. 18. 47. Too little, cupcake. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare 25. Check safety. Check safety. Kill. 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 31. Kill. Under 10.
On 1st down, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
25. 47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Slam. Chance. 26. Tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Sunday. Protein spill.
He's coming. He's here. You got double up.
It's 74. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. I know he ain't got it.
Hey, orbit.
59. Set the tone.
Forward, Tokyo.
Defense, let's go.
Now wins. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Check. Fresno.
Let's go.
Now Wentz again.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's see what you got. 59.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
40, 82, 40. Hey, Haywood.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Next to score, Texans 21, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting set.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The final shot before the break. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to bury him for a loss of 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Showing it. Watch the eye.
On the carry, this is Scott. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check the backer. Hey, alert 3. Shift.
They'll run with Scott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Wentz. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 33.
Guys, stay in situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevius Mingo able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be third down.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They keep it with Miller on first down. Lamar Miller, the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Houston. 67 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my...
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 20, touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 79 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got room past the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now, it's Miller, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, Miller. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Scott. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a give right side. It's Scott. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down, Eagles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sunday. Hey, we're good.
Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.